Hello guys, and welcome back to Sakura Spirit. It's been a while, so hi. The girl looked accustomed to climbing, but her small hands had me a bit worried. Hanging from the branch with just her legs, she checked to see if the apples were ripe. Maeko-chan, be careful, you might slip. Ow! Had thrown an apple at me, and while my reflexes let me catch it with ease, the force behind it still stung my palm a little. Of course, I did exaggerate a bit for the girl.
I'll be fine. Taka-kun, I've been climbing trees. I've been climbing these trees all my life.
Experienced climbers end up running into trouble if they aren't careful. I smiled weakly at the girl's excited attitude, placing the apple I caught into the basket.
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fox spirit. I won't fall. I'm super careful. Watch. I'll grab the apples near the top.
Wait. Unless you can fly, I don't think you should go for those.
Flying? I can't do that, silly Taka-kun. Who has ever heard of flying fox spirit?
Maeko tried to reach for one of the apples near the top of the tree. The girl ended up losing her footing and tumbled down towards the ground with a loud cry. Maeko! My reflexes quickly kicked themselves into gear, trying to catch the girl before she hit the ground. Unfortunately, I didn't notice the apples scattered around the tree. As a result, ended up tripping over them. I managed another few steps and was able to catch Maeko before I dropped to the ground. My head was throbbing once I had recovered from the fall. I tried to sit up, but found myself held down by a small but substantial weight. Opening my eyes, I looked up to see Maeko sitting on my lap.
Owie! I guess I tried to reach a bit too far. Thank you, Takahiro. You saved me, and you gave me a soft, well, kind of soft, kind of hard landing.
Maeko-chan, do you mind you're crushing me?
What? Oh my gosh, Takahiro, I'm so sorry.
As the younger girl grew increasingly flustered, I knew I had to calm her down. Gently, I tilted my legs beneath her and she toppled forwards, her head resting against my chest. I guess we've learned that fox spirits can be pretty clumsy, or maybe that Maeko is even cuter up close than I thought.
What? Takahiro, I think you're mistaken me for Onesama.
Nope, I'm talking about you. You have that innocent side to you. That's really charming. I wouldn't be surprised if lots of people from the village would want to claim you as their adorable little sister once we've cleared up those misunderstandings.
I'd be happy to call you my brother, Takahiro, but lots of people in that village are super mean. I just want to spend time with you and Onesama.
Brother, how about darling?
Darling? I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Really? I think we'd be a cute couple. Fox Spirit, living happily ever after. Your sister could stay too. We could raise a little family. I mean, we already have a house, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. And any guy from my world would kill to have a pretty wife like you. I held back and chuckled, knowing all too well that my teasing wasn't taking effect, and yet I was also happy to see her spirit seemingly lifted.
Thank you, Takani.
I think Takakun would be better. Michiko-san probably wouldn't like another sibling, but I'm glad you cheered up. You didn't seem too happy earlier. The way your tail and ears were hanging low reminded me of a scolded puppy.
Huh? Oh, right. I was just thinking is all, about that spell. I wanted to try the one that needs the silken wedding undies.
Wedding sash. It's kind of like a belt that the bride wears during the wedding ceremony. I doubt any spell involving panties would be a good idea to cast.
Oh, I thought it was like wedding undies that you wear on your wedding night. Anyway, the spell, I don't know why, but I've wanted to try it for a little while now. And, well, it's a gate spell. Not like those temporary ones. Those are easy to make. A permanent one, like a portal to a different place.
It sounds interesting, but are you sure it's safe?
Silly Takani. That's not the point. The spell, it might be able to help you.
While that's good and all, I'd prefer not ending up in the middle of the sea or a live volcano. I think you should be a bit more careful with your magic.
I'm a good mage.
That's what Harry said when he told Atlantis he had a solution to their water shortage.
Huh? What's Atlantis?
A city with high ambitions sunk into the deep due to poor management. Anyway, I think it's best if we get an expert's opinion before we try anything. We're going to visit this Tsuyuri anyway, so maybe she'll be able to tell us if your spell will get me home.
But Suri-chan told me I shouldn't use magic at all. She said it was only for her to use or something.
Maybe she had a reason for saying that. Like, maybe, I don't know. Do spells have side effects?
You're just like Onesama. She forbid me to, but I showed her that spells could be helpful and that I can control them, so she let me do more research. I'm not going to throw spells around like they're nothing. I'm not a dumb little kid.
I'm not going to do anything. Besides, you seem old enough to take care of yourself. Not that I know how old someone like you might be, but beware the dark side of magic. In most stories, magic usually comes with a price. Like, what would you do if magic gave you a terrible tummy ache or headaches or worse, diarrhea? Then you better prepare a gate spell to the nearest bathroom.
I do get headaches, but those aren't really all that big of a deal, and I can get
lot of things for Ines-sama. I'm not going to change that ever, so there. I already said I wasn't going to make you do anything. However, what you do need to change is the fact that you're straddling me and you're rather close, so I'd appreciate it if you could get off.
Aw, but you're so warm and soft. I could just curl up and sleep on you.
Wait, don't go falling asleep on me.
Just kidding. I'm gonna do something like that out here. Maybe tonight, though. It's only fair since Ines-sama got to do it, but more importantly, dessert. We need to get back inside. Ines-sama is probably wondering what's taking so long.
I couldn't really argue with the girl's impeccable logic. With a smile, I helped the girl to her feet and gathered the few fallen apples into the basket. We returned to Michiko and enjoyed our dessert together. It wasn't too long after that Maeko started to feel sleepy, so Michiko took her to bed, wishing me a good night. The next morning, I awoke the next morning to the sun filtering in through the wooden blinds. Yawning loudly, the girls had very graciously given me an entire room to myself, and it was certainly a lot bigger than my room back home. It was still early in the morning, likely a bit before breakfast. I decided to spend a short moment to gather my thoughts. It was clear that in order to learn more about my situation, I would need to pay a visit to the shrine. Maybe I could even find the answers to some other questions that had been lingering in the back of my mind for a while now. The fact that Michiko seemed surprisingly nervous at the mention of Tsuyuri's name made me wonder about the relationship. What could possibly have happened to make Michiko react like that? The apparent hostility between the villagers and the fox spirits was another issue altogether. Of course, I couldn't forget about the fact that I needed to find a way to get home as well. Just as I finished gathering my thoughts, Maiko's voice resounded from the downstairs.
Takani, breakfast is ready. Could you go get Ines-sama?
Sure, we'll be right there. I quickly made my way out to the room, finding myself within one of the corridors of the mansion. Once outside, it didn't take long for me to find Michiko wandering down the corridor, her lips curving into a smile when she saw me.
No need to look for me, Taka-kun. Maiko's voice reached me loud and clear.
Alright, Michiko-san. Do you sleep well?
It was a decent sleep, although perhaps a bit lonely, however. You seem to be dealing along with my little sister, Takani, was it? Perhaps I should consider you my rival in the quest for the heart of our dear Michiko-chan.
She seems to like it. I guess I'll be stuck with that name for a while.
Oh, is it not to your liking?
Well,
Perhaps you would prefer darling instead.
oh no. You were watching us. You were watching us?
Indeed, it was taking you both such a long time. I grew rather curious and snuck out.
Sneaky. But I didn't see you at all. why didn't you use your hiding skills to hide from the guards? Now that you mention it, the thought never occurred to me. Well, it certainly was fun getting chased by them. Unfortunately, Maeko does not have the best control over change. She is far too excitable and is unable to maintain the illusion. It is her one magical blind spot. I'm sure it wouldn't have been fun if the Tsuyuri tyrant had caught you both. That certainly would have been an unpleasant experience. Then again, I am sure you would have ended up saving me, wouldn't you, Taka-kun? I noticed a subtle change in Maechiko's voice as the sweet sugar-coated words caused my cheeks to flush red. I really wasn't any good at dealing with this girl's flirty attitude. Stepping backwards, I turned towards the stairs at the end of the corridor and replied in a hurried tone. Big Ko-chan is waiting for us. And with that, I rushed towards the kitchen with Maechiko giggling behind me as she followed.
Good morning, both of you. I fixed some eggs and toast for you. There are some oranges, too. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, little one.
You are getting better at this. To wake up knowing a pretty girl made my breakfast, it's good to be alive.
Perhaps you would enjoy having one resting by your side as well.
Resting by your side as well? Oh my god. That's a bit overkill, especially considering the condition of said girl. I recalled the sight of Maechiko sleeping yesterday, and my cheeks immediately grew red. I quickly sat down at the table, trying to distract myself by changing the subject. So, thanks to you two, I learned a little bit about this world. How about I return the favor and talk about mine? Do you have anything you want to ask?
Oh, yes, I want to know. What are the spirits like in your world?
Spirits, you say? I thought about her question for a moment before I replied with a sheepish grin. Well, in my world, spirits only exist in folktales. They appear in stories, and certain religions even worship them, but it's not like we got them running around like they do in this world.
Folktales? Worship? Your world is strange, Taka-kun. Aw, that's kind of boring. What about your life? Are you a defender of your village? You said something about judo before. What is that?
You mean judo? Well, in my world, people go to this place called school. It's basically a place of knowledge, where you learn a lot of things before you're considered an adult in our society. But in my world, the defenders are known as the police, but they could also mean soldiers too, Takahiro. They keep things peaceful and such. I'm just a student. I guess you could say that I'm studying to become a defender, not just my village, but my whole country. It was a bit exaggerated, but it felt kind of nice to call myself a defender.
That sounds weird. Is the whole East like the army or something, defending the whole nation? Your world is very strange, Taka-kun.
I wouldn't call it strange, Michiko-san. It's this world that's weird, but no police is like the guards in the village. We do have an actual army that defends the country, though.
Either way, your world sounds like fun, especially if everyone's like you. Anyway, we. Oh no. Oh, dang it. These oranges all have worms in them. Ew, 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 ew. Onesama, did you forget to check them again? Oh, how terrible. I must have been overcome with fatigue and never gotten around to checking them properly. Boo, big ol' lazy meanie. I'll just have to go and get some apples instead.
As Maeko went outside to grab some apples, my eyes drifted towards Michiko, who was observing me with a content smile, clearly pleased with something.
It's such a relief to see her in such a good mood. It has been a tough few months, I must admit. She has been upset that her magical skills have not been progressing as fast as they once did.
We all have our ups and downs, especially when it comes to studying. I still remember how I used to dread exams, so a little time for my judo. It made me rather sad at times.
That does sound rather stressful. Tell me, Taka-kun, what is it that you study? I am intrigued by this school notion.
Well, my situation is a bit different from most. While I go to school like everyone else, I actually aim to become an athlete. To explain it in a way you'd understand, an athlete is someone who practices a certain sport, and those who are among the best end up representing their country. I have an upcoming tournament that will decide whether or not I will be able to represent my country in judo.
I think I understand. Your focus is on your strength, while still gathering knowledge to allow yourself a multitude of options. An interesting method. I should thank you.
I guess you'd say it like that, but why thank me?
I believe that your sudden appearance in our world has had a lot to do with Maiko's newfound joy. I could hear her singing, something I have not heard in weeks. It warms my heart to see her so overjoyed. I believe it is because of you. Thank you, Taka-kun.
I doubt that's the only reason, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at Michiko before continuing. Then again, I should also thank you for busting my rear out of jail. I don't want to think about what I would have been doing if I was still in the care of this Tsuyuri tyrant.
You are most welcome, but please do not be so hard on Mio-chan. There are many things beyond her control. Beyond her control. I said her, really? Her beyond instead of here beyond her control. Ugh. But perhaps it is out of our hands for now. I still wish to thank you, Taka-kun. I have been wondering how I might repay you for bringing such joy to Maeko-chan.
Repay me. For a moment, my thoughts drifted towards a certain idea, but my cheeks quickly turned scarlet red at the thought. I'm gonna ask something like that of her. I'm not sure how I have anything in mind. I think your smile is enough.
You are a true gentleman, Taka-kun. It's a shame, though. I was thinking of such nutty things, too.
Oh my god. The fox spirit giggled to herself as she turned towards the garden, watching Maeko struggle to descend from one of the trees with a armful of apples.
Maeko-chan, there are only 3 of us. Your belly does not count for a 4th person.
Speaking of a fourth person, talk a lot with the spirit of the shrine. Why do you get so nervous whenever this Tsuyuri is involved?
That's not important. Oh, is that a giant bird carrying the seed of the world tree? Oh, maybe it is. I should go and...
Tsuyuri Dano, thank you for visiting us today. Michiko-san is right over there.
Tsuyuri, no, I'm sorry. I have just been terribly busy. Please forgive me, Tsuyuri-sama.
Whoa, to think you get that flustered. Is she that amazing of a person?
You don't understand. It is complicated. There are certain skills that I, as a frog spirit, possess. A subtle way of talking or acting that influence how people perceive me. They are, I suppose they would be considered social skills, but for spirits, Tsuyuri is capable of completely negating these, and it leaves me feeling rather nervous and helpless.
I see. So basically she's immune to your flirting and connecting the dots in my mind. I planted the palm of my hand against my forehead. Now I get it. You are afraid of approaching her because this Tsuyuri is a bigger flirt than you. But if she's flirting with you... Oh, I see. You swing that way? For some reason, I suddenly felt rather disappointed.
That's not true. Well, maybe. I mean, she has an overpowering presence, and it does not allow me to properly do my thing. I'm not sure what you mean by swinging. However,
it means that you know, like girls.
oh, really? How about we forget all about Tsuyuri for now, and I show you exactly which way I do swing, Takakun.
That will be necessary. But she must be quite a challenge to deal with, considering I briefly lowered my voice to a whisper. You're already a handful to deal with once you start your teasing.
You are perhaps less the gentleman I thought you'd be, Takakun.
What am I then?
A loyal rogue, a lovable rogue, perhaps, or maybe you see yourself as more of a hero type.
Of course, I'm a hero, a perverted one, but a hero nonetheless.
Nesama, Takani.
Welcome back.
Maeko-chan, how did the hunt for the golden apple go?
Oh, that was Takahiro.
No golden ones, but I got a load of good ones. Even one that's shaped like a heart. You can have that one, Takani.
An apple shaped like a heart. Interesting. Does this mean you're confessing your love to me by giving me this?
Maybe I am.
I seriously think Ichikawa would kill me if he saw me in my current situation. Why, thank you, fair lady. I shall savor every moment of its sweet flavor.
Maeko, how could you betray your love of me, your one and only sister? Did our time together mean nothing? Oh my. But I love you too, Nesama. I found a super big apple for you.
Polygama. At its finest.
Well, we better hurry up. We're going to go see Sui-chan. Wait, what? I thought we could at least need to ask for her permission and wait until she grew bored enough to reply. I know, but when I was picking apples, I found one of her tiny familiars. She said she wanted to see us today. Oh, Pooey.
Following the directions Maeko had received, we set off from the mansion. The three of us made our way through the forest, somehow managing to stay on route with the help of the familiar. It didn't take us long before we arrived at the place where Michiko had fallen into the river. They say that a cautious fox is worth two, so we made it past the river without further ado.
So according to these familiars, the shrine is supposed to be up ahead. My gaze had fallen upon a series of steps that went up the hill from the dirt path, a gate standing at the top. Oh no. What could she want from us? She never summons us. She always bumps into us by chance. Why? Has she called for us, I wonder? You're so silly. I'm sure it's nothing to be worried about. Maybe she has found a way to stop my headaches.
Now that would be truly wonderful, but it is no use guessing. With stride of confidence in my steps, I swiftly climbed the stairs, the girls quickly following in my wake. One was mimicking my own bold steps, while the other followed with a slow paces.
Come on now, Sama. Why don't we make a game of it? To take your mind off of it. We can play Hop Along Dandy. Hop? Maeko-chan.
This funky girl hopped past me, giving out commands that the older girls seemed to be following. They both moved one step at a time, either hopping, stepping, or jumping to the next step. When one fumbled, the other took another step, and the command then switched to the other girl. The panic that had almost set in had seemingly vanished as Michiko continued the silly little game with her sister. Two soon reached the top of the steps, and a voice I could have sworn I had heard somewhere before was sounded in the air.
How adorable, Maeko-chan. How adorable. Michiko-chan hasn't changed a bit in all those years. Still hopping around on my doorstep like a bunny. Eep! Eep!
At the sound of the voice, Michiko let out a cry of surprise, her body trembling slightly as its owner revealed herself. The one responsible for Michiko's reaction seemed to be a familiar figure that hopped off of the gate with ease and landed gracefully before us, her tail sweeping back and forth through the air.
And Machi-tan, I'm so delighted to see you again. It's been a while since we last played. Have you been well? Hi, Sumi-chan. We were playing a really fun game just now. Hello, Tsuyuri-sama. We are doing well, thank you. It did look like a very cute game. Then again, it might have been because two really cute girls were playing it.
Wait. Yeah.
Still, I'm surprised you didn't join them even. Gonna keep up with their steps?
I was more interested in meeting you than playing some game.
How unfortunate to ignore the appeal that games hold.
It isn't healthy to always look upon life with such a serious and worrisome attitude. Isn't that right, dear Machi-chan?
That's not fair, Sue-chan. Takahiro didn't know the rules, and it wouldn't be fair to bring someone in halfway. If he learns how to play, I'm sure he'll join in next time. It's not, healthy.
The girl took a deep breath and closed her eyes, composing herself.
Maiko's right. The Takakun has yet to learn the game. It's not his fault.
I'm just teasing him, dearest. There's no need to get so worked up, but I'm glad that you are all here. One thing surprises me, however.
What is it? The fact that your precious Takakun is here with you. Doesn't it strike you both as odd? A human like him being so friendly with spirits. The last time I recall seeing such a thing was when Machi-tan was but a toddler. This has me curious. Why is he here with you rather than someone of his own kind? That's the guards from the village. They arrested him because of our actions. He helped us escape and was arrested instead. We rescued him and allowed him to stay with us. It's fine, I swear. He's just a nice human. He seems to be, not from around here though. You need not to take offense, my dear. I simply find it rather fascinating to see a human defend a spirit. I'm well aware that he is not from the village. I take little interest in the close-minded humans of this realm, so your assumptions are correct. The boy is not a being of this world. And yet, he might end up playing an important role, whether he likes it or not. I already told Maeko-chan and Machiko-san this before, but it doesn't matter to me whether they're spirits or not. I like this place. That said, I still like to get back to my own world. I have an important tournament to prepare for. Ah, right, your upcoming battle. Let's take this discussion inside, shall we? We will await your return, Takakun. It seemed like the sisters could no longer accompany me, feeling nervous. My steps grew a bit hesitant as I followed the spirit inside. Here we are, the place of our first conversation. I guess now would be a good time to introduce myself. My name is Tsuyuri, and just like your two companions out there, I am one of the spirits that inhabit this realm. But you're different from them, aren't you? How observant of you. Yes, there is a difference between myself and most other spirits. Spirits bind to a rather simple hierarchy. The stronger the spirit, the higher their standing. Then again, strength is often associated with experience. So what, you're saying that you're an ancient being or something? I wouldn't go that far, Takahiro. It's rude to question a girl's age. But let's move on to the subject of your desire to return to your world, to your own world. You're going to send me back. Great! I'm
afraid sending you back is beyond my capabilities. Hold on, weren't you the one who sent me here in the first place? I'm afraid that wasn't the case. It was your wish that sent you here during our first encounter. I did mention that this place was special, didn't I? Now that I thought about it, she did mention something along those lines. I briefly closed my eyes, trying to recall what she had said before. This is a place like no other. That's right. Having spent time with the fox spirits, you likely already know that there is magic in this world. However, it's not as though Maeko-chan herself possesses said magic. Rather, her body is simply able to connect with it. That sounds a bit complicated. The bodies of people who are capable of using magic create a special kind of link to the magic of this world. Try to imagine it like this. The magic within this world flow through several gateways. We commonly refer to them as mana gateways. Those who possess the ability to use magic draw on the mana flowing from these gates. A different term for these people is mana receivers. So you're also drawing on this magic. No, my boy, I am not borrowing the magic of this realm. I'm powerful enough to perform magic on my own. However, this shrine is located on a mana gateway, which could explain why the shrine in your world is said to be capable of granting wishes. Then why can't you use that magic to send me back? Because it is not my magic that brought you here. It's the magic of the shrine, or rather, the world itself that pulled you into this realm. So you're saying that I'm stuck here forever? Not forever. You simply need to carry out the will of the world. Oh, great. You're saying this world has a will of its own now? And how the hell am I going to find out what it wants me to do? That's what you have me for, silly. I'm the guardian of the shrine, so obviously, I know of its intentions. In your case, the task you were given was quite a harsh one. Don't tell me I have to collect wedding sashes and marry my Machi-chan in the process? You wish. Teasing aside, this region is having its fair share of problems. Spirits and humans have lived apart for a long time, but it wasn't always like this. Wait, spirits have a world of their own? Yes, but that realm hasn't started to merge with this one, causing some spirits to find themselves trapped here. Unfortunately, this happened before the most powerful spirits had the opportunity to reverse the damage done. Does that mean that Michiko-san and Maeko-chan they don't belong in this world? Although neither of them likely realized this, they were much alike human toddlers when they first arrived in this world. I slowly started to understand the reason why the fox spirits and the villagers weren't on such bad terms. Anyone who would be restless if beings from another world that you had never heard of suddenly showed up at your doorstep. Is that why there is so much tension between them and the villagers? I'm afraid that the Fox sisters became the victims of a misunderstanding. You see, Machitan and Maeko-chan aren't the only spirits within this realm. There are others, which has caused things to escalate. You mean there are other fox spirits? No, not fox spirits, but other spirits. They were sent into this realm just like the sisters, but unfortunately, they were sent rather far from here. While Machitan and Maeko-chan were close enough for me to care for them, the others weren't so lucky. What do you mean? Did something happen to them? Along with Maeko-chan and Machitan, four other spirits were sent here when the worlds briefly merged. Unlike the fox spirits, those four didn't have anyone to watch over them. As a result, they grew rather spoiled and wild. So what you're saying is, spirits going wild. It sounded like a recipe for trouble. Yes, they grew oblivious of the way human society worked, and their behavior made humans mistake them for monsters. Even now, those girls and their games are mistaken as acts of violence, and as a result, tension arose between the spirits and humans. So Machiko-san and Maeko-chan are discriminated against because of those spirits. You could say that, yes. Then why didn't you try to stop them? Because I can't leave this forest. I am the guardian spirit of this shrine. I cannot leave my domain. I couldn't help but wonder what purpose all this talk about spirits severed. Could it have had something to do with finding my way back home? Do you think solving the problem with these spirits could be my ticket out of here? Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if dealing with those spirits would solve the problems between the spirits and humans. It would be difficult to track them down, but there may be an opportunity for you soon. An opportunity. I'm sensing one of them heading through the forest towards the village. If you convince Machitan and Maeko-chan to help you protect the village, the villagers might be willing to accept them. That did make sense. If Michiko and Maeko were seen protecting the village from a possible threat, they might be forgiven for the panty-using incident. Do you think it'll work? Only time would tell. For now, you better get the girls and make haste towards the village before the wild spirit causes any more damage. Nodding my head in agreement, I quickly ran outside, trying to think of how I could convince Michiko and Maeko to help me save the village. Surely they wouldn't be better off known as heroes rather than pranksters. However, I doubted that the sisters held feelings of fondness toward the villagers, considering their continued treatment of the two girls. I wonder how he'll solve the challenge set before him.